Hey guys, how you doing?
Welcome back to the show. We were just talking about what a great week. Weeks? Couple of weeks we've had. Today is actually rough, because I think like the other day, was it the other day here? I can't remember if I was here or if I was talking somewhere else, because I have something else I do too. And it was, well, I can look real quick, because it was at that point the hottest day of the year. Was that here? It was not here. But yes, oh yeah, it was probably here because it was the day before. Anyway, today I think was the hottest day of the year here. Because like the heat index was like 108 or something like that.
Yeah, it hit triple digits.
Yeah. So when I got out this morning and just walked out first thing this morning without doing anything, it was hot. And I was like, oh, wow. You know, make sure you drink a lot of water.
Yeah, right.
So of course the first thing I did was go get coffee, which is not water. And then later I got another one.
Nice.
And
you're keeping up your pace though. So far your pace is you drop a thing of coffee every week.
well, yeah, and I haven't done that at all this week. And
So
this
far,
isn't wood.
yes.
This is like a high tech table that they see here. But like we don't have. Don't do that to me. And when you sent that thing back, like 4, that wasn't 4. That was like 7.
Was it? Oh, I only knew of 3 others that you had dropped. So to me that was
number
the
4. I would have been like, upset. But 7.
But no, 7.
7. I had the angry emojis. So no spilt coffee. I drank it all. Everything's going really well. And I mean, how's your week been? Good. I hear you're taking a second job, like more full time, I guess now.
Oh yeah, I quit. I put in my 2 weeks for one of my jobs, so I can just shift over to the other one full
and
time.
just make more money.
Exactly, I'm making way more money.
Yeah, and that should be the top of our good news right
Right?
there. We should have, you know
how much we talk about money?
Good news right here. Good
Good
news.
news.
You're making more
We're
money.
making bank.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
No, it's nice, and it's good because I need to make as much money as possible because I won't be here for the first 2 weeks of August
Okay.
because I'll be in Minnesota.
Having
Fun.
okay. I was like going to school.
Oh no, we're having fun.
Okay.
This is vacation.
Okay. Yeah, and everybody deserves a vacation.
Exactly.
If you can, 3 vacations or more a year would be nice.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So I'm working on getting my current job to pay me for 3 vacations. And it'd be nice if they would actually pay for the vacation too.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, at least one of the 3.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It'd be helpful.
And it would be like their choice. It'd be like, hey, we're gonna send you to here, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, yeah, I wouldn't complain.
Yeah.
If you want to plan it all out for me and just like show up here and we'll get you on an airplane or whatever, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So,
Sure. Go ahead.
if any of you out there are looking to get rid of a vacation,
Yeah. You gotta just a bit of vacation time you want to donate.
if anybody wants to get rid of a vacation,
Do the show from a new location.
this is our Discord channel. We are not a nonprofit 501c3 whatever, but you can still give it to us anyway.
We may at one time be a Fortune 500 though. We'll
That's
figure
right,
it out.
for sure. Today, oh, I saw something here. Give a shout out to Soul Clubberville.
What?
Soy Clubberville.
Soy Clubberville.
Soy Clubberville. Thank
Soy
you for coming.
Clubberville.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate you coming. And we got some good stuff coming up. Today, we're celebrating National Apple Turnover Day.
I don't know if I've ever had an apple turnover.
I've had lots of different turnovers personally, and I know it's like hit or miss with people who like cherries or don't like cherries, or like apples and don't like apples, but apple turnovers, cherry turnovers, blueberry turnovers, it's like a flaky little pastry thing, and it's got, like a frosting drizzle.
Oh yeah, because we sell them at the store.
Oh, yeah,
in the bakery, but I've never just taken the time to actually eat one.
Yeah, well, you should.
I don't know. I try to stay away from that stuff.
It's just so down the road you can say, I ate that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair. Try everything.
I've tried everything that I like, especially if I go. It got me sick one time on a cruise I went on because they had this, literally a 24-hour buffet. You could go at any time of the day or night on the ship and get food at a buffet.
Attention.
Yeah. And as I would go through there, I'd be like, whoa, I never had that before. And I went there, whoa, I've never had swordfish. I'm going to have some swordfish. And that swordfish is what got me because there was an ingredient that apparently I'm allergic to, and
Nice.
it missed snorkeling with the sea turtles the next day.
Fantastic.
But it was good swordfish.
But it was good swordfish, as long as it's good
It was
swordfish.
swordfish. So National Apple Turnover Day, National Bikini Day, which it is the hottest day for us here. So
Yes.
if you have a pool and a bikini, now is a good time to go. I don't think I look very good in a bikini, but a few more weeks in the gym.
I mean,
National Graham Cracker Day.
graham crackers.
I know the dessert of the season is like a s'more, I
Yes.
think. And the other dessert of the season is some flavor of ice cream, I think. And so, graham cracker, s'mores, ice cream, whatever. Get some ice creams, graham cracker, do something, have graham cracker today. National Hawaii Day.
New state every time.
Every time. Every time. You think it's just this year? Because I feel like I don't remember a lot of states in the years past.
Well, there's only 50 of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And there's 365 days in the year, so you think
Yeah.
you'd run out of them, and we're well past the 50 mark.
Maybe there's like one. It's a one each week type of thing.
And we just happen to hit it this
we
week?
just have it happens to be every single
It must
Tuesday.
be. It must be every Tuesday, yeah.
But there's 52 weeks in the year.
Well, we're going to have to add 2 more states before the end of the
Like
year.
it.
Yeah. I guess we could. Never mind, that's not appropriate.
Yeah, let's not do that.
So, National Workaholics Day.
Workaholics Day.
So, did you know that if you work long and hard at your job will give you more opportunity to work long and hard?
Why do you think I'm quitting my job?
So, there's that.
That is, yeah, no, that's a thing.
There is that. I'm going to leave that there like that. Also give a shout out to Kitten Rescue,
Kitten Rescue.
which is absolutely...
I like the
Actually, I'm trying to think if I had a kitten story, and I don't think I have it in here anymore, but I have several dog stories.
Is that like a spin-off of Paw Patrol?
Yeah,
Kitten Rescue?
Kitten Rescue. It could be. It could be. Well, anyway, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
We're going to get into
Good news.
the actual good news part of our program, which is actually, I don't know, it just makes me feel really good. I like it when people send stuff in, then you
Yeah.
know that, other people are watching it.
Yeah,
and enjoy
it's
it and stuff, too,
what's it called? Content led by the community.
Well, you know that the community actually wants you to
Yeah.
do it, and when you get stuff out there, so there it is. It's the first article I remember. So, this Kitten Rescue, just for you,
Kitten Rescue. Okay.
our very first. It's right behind me on the thing.
It is, yeah, no, it's right there. The best part was I couldn't see the actual point of it. I could only see the one part.
Well, I'm gonna put up on the screen here. Hopefully, it's not right behind me.
There
we go.
I
Okay.
yeah, see, so move your head up a
Yeah.
little bit.
I'm gonna just do this for real quick.
She was the whole kitten
Kitten.
part was blocked. So all I saw was the lady and the vending machine. I was trying to figure out what you're talking
Yeah, this
about.
Walmart employee takes home a kitten that she found inside the vending machine.
How's a kitten getting a vending machine?
But look at that thing. He's kind of adorable. And it almost looks like, hey, Super Sav, how are you? It looks like the cat is either like, hey, what's up? Or smiling. I can't tell. But you see its mouth open there? The cat is looking directly at the camera. The cat is very photogenic.
Well, I feel like we have a natural thing to assume all baby animals
Yeah.
are cute.
You've seen a lot of those memes that start out, the perfect vending machine item doesn't exist.
the perfect whatever doesn't exist.
Oh, what did I do that for?
There
There
you
we go. There we go.
yeah.
Sorry. Doing good. So yeah, the perfect vending machine item doesn't exist. Okay, so a tiny kitten was rescued from a Pepsi vending machine at a Walmart store in Morristown, Tennessee last week after a shop employee heard the animal crying inside.
Could you imagine shopping at Walmart? You're walking, you check out, you're walking by the vending machine, and you just hear cat. I would think I'm going nuts.
I am trying to figure out, okay, how many dollars would you put in that vending machine to try to get that cat out? I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding. I'm
was
kidding. I'm
gonna
kidding.
say,
I'm
you
kidding.
put it in the thing, you just hear slam.
Okay, Lindsay Russell was on her break when she heard noises coming from the front of the store. She told WVLT. She approached the vending machine and heard meowing.
Meowing.
I tried all through my lunch and my last break to get her. I tried recruiting coworkers to help me get her, and none of us could do it, Russell said. So she contacted the fire department for help. Firefighters unplugged the machine and managed to find an opening where they could see the kitten and coaxed it out. The city of Morristown said in a Facebook post. Now Lindsay and her new kitten, it said. Now Lindsay and her new kitten, it said. Yeah. Fire department officials said it was still unclear how the kitten managed to get inside the machine. Russell told WVLT she felt it would be best to take the kitten home with her. She said she and her mother had rescued other animals in the past and described the little one as wiggly and in good spirits. And she already has plenty of potential names. And I didn't come up with these. She says this is Pepper or Pepsi or Pep. Whatever you like to call her, she's got a few nicknames now.
So we're gonna back up a second.
Okay.
We're gonna back. Okay, so scroll up a little bit. Okay, right there, the quotes.
I missed the quotes.
No, so you read the quotes. You read, now Lindsay and her new kitten, it said, stop yourself, then read it again the exact same way and kept going.
Yeah. Lindsay has a new kitten. And the Facebook thing is what got me.
Because, I was looking at that and I'm like, okay, all right, no, he's backing up. And then you just said the exact same thing. I'm like, my eyes working? You reading off something I don't see?
No. And actually, I've got a really, really, really hard one coming up. And I you know how you get the pronunciation of the words and you can kind of like, out.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find the actual pronunciation of this word.
Seriously?
But I found like 5 people saying it, and way they say it, it's still, I'm going to struggle. I'm just going to tell you.
Is it like German where hospital is Krankenhaus?
Yeah, yes. It is not German, but it is. Just like that. So anyway, my next article, let's see here.
Okay.
Next article, there we go.
That
is kind of cool, right?
looks like it belongs in Angry Birds.
It kind of does, yeah.
It looks like it's just naturally annoying.
So this is a rare dinosaur bird.
It's a bird with a shoe for a head.
Yes. Yes, it is. It looks just like a loafer right there, yeah. This rare dinosaur bird patiently awaits a lifelong mate to populate the magnificent species. An extremely rare dinosaur bird is one of its kind, the only one of its kind in the UK, is patiently awaiting a new mate while the Exmoor Zoo sets out to help save the shoebill species. She recently arrived from Paris Daisy Zoo in Belgium, where she was a newborn star in their international breeding program. The unique-looking bird is one of only 11 shoebills that are currently in captivity around the world. One of the reasons the species is under threat is because the birds are monogamous and normally rear only one chick. Also, climate change is affecting the population with around 5,000 left in the wild. Meanwhile, the 14-year-old bird called Abu,
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to go with Abu, has been greeting her keepers with displays of bowing and spreading her wings, a common courtship ritual. But she'll have to wait until the breeding program produces a male so the pair can be matched and produce much hope for offspring. Exmoor Zoo curator Derek Gibson is beyond delighted to be in the same vicinity as one of these birds. She is magnificent to behold, and if we can keep her well and she thrives, when a male does become available, then he will come and join us at the Exmoor Zoo. Weighing 12 pounds, Abu is 4 foot tall and has a wingspan that's 8 foot. Also known as whaleheads, shoebills have one of the largest and most unusual bills in the birding kingdom and live in the marshlands of East Africa where they hunt fish and small invertebrates. Derek says he has been waiting 40 years for the amazing moment when he finally got to see a shoebill in the feather. In reality, I've never been in a position to see these amazing birds in the wild. They live in countries in Central and Eastern Africa like Uganda, Tanzania. I'm going to just mess all those up. But anyway, which are prone to extended periods of drought. So there is a huge intensity on animals and people who are having to compete for the same environment. These birds do have their work cut out for them, which is why it is so important to offer Abu a home and put ourselves forward to try and do our bit. They have a life expectancy of about 35 years. Our Abu is still a teenager, and we love her very much. So,
Abu.
Yeah, I think if you had a 4-foot tall bird,
That's a 4-foot tall bird
with an 8-foot wingspan.
I mean, at least it would keep in rough consistency if the wingspan is roughly twice the height of a bird.
It's like the size of...
It's taller than you and me in terms of wingspan.
Oh, wingspan. Yeah. I mean, I'm close to 8 foot, but...
Yeah, just a little bit. You know, I'm just about 7'9". I'm not quite there.
Yeah. So, anyway, let me look here and try to do this. Give a shout out to Lizzie Beth that just joined us. Thanks for watching. And we'll get on to our next one. The next article we have is a Colorado family has waited 1 whole year to be reunited with their dog, Rosie. There she is. Kind of a sad story, but a good ending.
So what'd Rosie do?
Yeah, good ending. Rosie the dog has quite the trip to Colorado. Jennifer Skiff, director of the international program's Animal Wellness Action, explains Rosie's journey has been having her family leave her in Afghanistan, waiting for 8 months in kennels to get on a charity flight that took her to Vancouver, and then getting to the border and being denied entry into the United States again this weekend. Yeah. That's kind of like a rough... First of all, like, you're separated from your family.
First off, why'd they leave the dog in Afghanistan?
You get sent to the wrong country. Then you get denied entry.
Yeah, you get...
And
the dog's passport get denied?
Well, there's actually a good reason. It's just, it's just kind of a sad reason, I guess. So,
all right.
Born as a street dog in Kabul, she was taken in by the Bequet family. They are American citizens who are living in Afghanistan and running a mining consulting business. Jessie, Bequet, the oldest of the 2 daughters, says when they brought her home from the shelter, Rosie was a big hit right away. We brought her home and she was just like running around. In 2021, after nearly a decade of happiness, the series of cataclysmic events ripped Rosie away from them. They had traveled to Colorado Springs in June of 2021 for a visit when James, the father of the family, suffered a stroke and couldn't return home. The family stayed in Colorado Springs to care for him. Soon after, the United States pulled out of Afghanistan and the Taliban took over. Rosie was trapped all alone in their family home with only her neighbors to check up on her. Soon even that would be too risky because the Taliban was taking over the neighborhoods and getting curious why neighbors were visiting a seemingly empty home. Neighbors told the Bequets they couldn't watch Rosie much longer. Eventually people were like, yeah, no, we can't. The family thought they had lost their dog forever until they connected with Animal Wellness Action. The group said they could get Rosie to the United States, but it wouldn't be easy. The CDC has recently banned entry to dogs from countries where rabies is common, and Afghanistan is one of those countries. That meant they had to fly Rosie to Canada first, then apply for an exemption from the CDC, a process that took about 6 months. We filed all the correct documents starting in February and kept getting denials even though they were the correct documents, said Jennifer Skiff. Finally, Friday, after a long journey, Rosie was granted permission to enter the United States and landed in Seattle. She and her driver, Owen, are road tripping to Colorado. They're expected to arrive on Tuesday, which was today, I think.
So is this today?
I think it's this Tuesday. Yeah, I think it's today. Jesse says having Rosie in Colorado will make their new place feel more like home. I think it's just like adding the last piece of the puzzle. Rosie is not the only dog that Animal Wellness Action rescued. They have reunited hundreds of dogs with their owners and there are still more than 200 waiting in a Canadian kennel for permission from the CDC to come home. So, kind of, it's a good story.
Good story.
And they save 200 dogs. And getting reunited with your pet is kind of a thing, because like a pet's not really. I mean, I know dogs, like a fish, is like a pet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A hamster, that's like a pet, but a dog is like a family member. You know what I mean? A cat, an angry family member. but
Well, I suppose as long as it worked out, congratulations are in order. Welcome home, Rosie.
yeah, I'll have to look it up and see if we can get some more information. Give a shout out to Lurks coming on back.
Big
Thanks,
man Lurks.
Yeah, thanks for watching. This is the next one. Now, I warned all of you, I'm gonna have a hard time with this. If you see me stuttering over my thing, I know, right?
You're doomed.
I'm doomed.
You're doomed.
I'm gonna actually put
Good
this.
luck. It looks like someone had a stroke mid-type.
I'm going to.
It looks like the password you create when you smash your forehead on your keyboard.
It's like the auto password corrector thing. This is the actual spelling of it. I'm gonna put it on screen here.
Is that the default Wi-Fi router password?
There it is. That's the name right there.
Okay, how do you say it? You said
Okay.
you looked this up.
In Iceland,
In Iceland.
there is a volcano eruption that is opening a rare window into the earth right beneath us.
You know, volcanoes normally do that.
Yeah, so this is the temp screen.
Okay.
There it is. There's just a picture of it. Okay. So the recent,
How do you say
it's Fagradalsfjall.
Fagradalsfjall.
Fagradalsfjall,
Fagradalsfjall.
I think. It's the best that my tongue
Hey,
is gonna
listen,
make
look,
up.
all right, Icelandic viewers, if you exist,
If you exist.
if you exist,
If you're still
give
getting
us the
Wi-Fi
pass.
signal,
Yeah, give us the pass.
give us a
this
thumbs
time.
up. Or at least just be like, close enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fagradalsfjall.
Yeah. In the recent Fagradalsfjall eruption in the southwest of Iceland has enthralled the whole world, including nature lovers and scientists alike. The eruption was especially important as it provided geologists with a unique opportunity to study magmas that were accumulated in a deep crustal magma reservoir, but ultimately derived from the Earth's mantle more than 20 kilometers below. Okay? A research team from the University of Oregon, Uppsala University, University of Iceland, and the Dutch, we'll just say, a Dutch one, let's just say GFZ.
Yeah, let's just go with the GMZ.
GFC took this exceptional opportunity to collect lava samples every few days in order to construct a time-integrated catalog of samples and to monitor the geochemical evolution throughout the eruption to a degree of detail rarely achieved before. Usually, when volcano scientists look at past eruptions, they work with a limited view of the erupted materials. For example, older lava flows can get wholly or partially buried under newer ones. However, at
Fallsgradefak.
yeah,
Fagradalsfjall, right?
Fagradalsfjall. Yeah.
Fagradalsfjall.
The eruption was so well monitored and sampled that scientists had a chance to capture the evolution of an Icelandic eruption in near real time. The team were interested in oxygen isotopes. Why? Because oxygen makes up about 50% of all volcanic rocks, and its isotope ratios are very sensitive tracers of mantle and crustal materials.
I'm really glad you answered the question. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah,
I
what?
would have not have been
Why?
able to answer that.
In this way, oxygen isotopes can help scientists to determine if magma is mantle-derived or if it's interacted with crustal materials as it's made its way to the surface. However, in addition to oxygen, the other vast suite of elements making up the volcanic rocks threw up some surprises. For instance, the team observed that this single eruption contained roughly half of the entire diversity of mantle-derived magmas previously recorded for the whole of Iceland. In brief, geochemical results showed that the latest Iceland eruption was supplied by magmas derived from multiple sources in the Earth's mantle, each with its own distinctive elemental characteristics. To the amazement of scientists, each of these domains had identical oxygen isotope ratios. This result was remarkable and has never been observed before at an active eruption. The study provides new and compelling evidence for distinct mantle source magmas having uniform oxygen isotope ratios, which can help us to better understand mantle dynamics and refine mantle models for Iceland. So basically, like if you travel from sea to sea, around the globe, the different oceans have different makeup too, chemical makeup, like East Coast and West Coast in the United States, like you'll get different types of seawater, I guess.
Yeah.
And while I can't taste the difference, I try hard not to drink the ocean. But apparently under us, the magma's the same way.
Underneath us.
Magma's the same way.
Exact same way.
Yeah.
Lava, just like water.
Yeah, just like water. It has different chemical makeup.
Lava is just spicy water at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, if you drink it, it's going to be the hottest.
Yep, lava is just spicy water.
It's about as hot as the McDonald's coffee used to be before they got sued.
The only thing that burns more than a McDonald's Sprite, lava.
Yeah, on a day like today. My next article is super exciting too. Oh, wait, let me see here. Okay. My next article here, missing 8-year-old boy found alive after more than 1 week in the sewer.
All right, Pennywise, continue.
I know. My man
was just out here in the rain and you just heard,
hello, Georgie. You've got chasing the balloons.
Yeah.
Okay. I got this from CNN.
Okay.
An 8-year-old boy was found alive in a sewer 8 days after he went missing in Oldenburg, northwestern Germany, which we said Germany earlier.
Yep.
And he was taken to the hospital.
To the Krankenhaus.
And there's another word just for our viewers.
And he was taken in an ambulance, the Krankenwagen.
Yeah. So the boy, identified by authorities only as Joe, was reported missing. There's a reason why, because he's a boy.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's just,
yeah.
hey,
Joe.
we found Joe.
Joe was reported missing the afternoon of June 17th. Joe was eventually rescued from the sewer system after a passerby in the local area heard noises coming from a manhole cover early on Saturday morning and alerted the emergency services. So, cat in a vending machine, kid in the sewer.
Could you imagine the police roll up on a dude who's just like lifting a manhole grate out of nowhere? Like, what are you doing? He's like, I hear voices.
I hear voices. Okay, the Oldenburg Ammerland Police Department said in a statement Tuesday, Joe was found just 1,000 feet from his home address and was taken to a nearby hospital where he was treated for hypothermia and dehydration. Police said they didn't believe anyone else was involved in the incident. An initial police report described Joe as having a learning disability while the search was ongoing. They said he might misinterpret it as a game and continued hiding.
Hide and Seek Champion 2022. Let's go.
I know that if I was found in the sewer 7 days after, I went missing, I'm not hiding. I somehow accidentally flushed myself down the toilet.
That's fair.
Like, that's how I got down there.
Yeah. I'm not getting down there any other way. I got stuck in some silly Cat in the Hat trap.
Yeah. And I would be yelling too, but it would be sparingly. I'd be like, help! Okay. Joe's surname hasn't been made public in accordance with Germany's privacy laws. Immediately after the rescue, investigators started scanning the drainage systems for clues to how he disappeared. The authorities concluded Joe most likely climbed into a concrete drainage pipe while playing, and then crawled into the sewer system through a canal, and then got lost after several meters. Investigators said that between the entrance to the drainage system and the place where Joe was found, there are drainage manholes, shafts, and junctions at regular intervals where he was able to stand up. Joe told police in an initial statement that he became increasingly disoriented while stuck in the sewers and was unable to find his way out. We are so happy, truly, said police spokeswoman Stephen Klatt. According to CNN affiliate NTV, this is absolute luck, of course. There was a possibility that we wouldn't find the child there. Probably, if he had not made a sound or these noises would not have been heard, then we may not have found him there at all, Klatt added. So just everything worked out just right. And, you know, you go 7 or 8 days. I mean, being super dehydrated is the bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, but it looks like he's going to make a good recovery. And obviously, you know, this is all about good news. So we'll go there. Anything you want to add that's not about accidentally getting flushed down the toilet?
Like,
I'm just waiting for it. I know it's coming.
I'm really trying to think of like something I can say.
You
on
took the wrong
camera.
pipe.
Yeah.
You took the wrong pipe. But I'm telling you what. The next game should have Mario, Luigi, and Joe. I'm just saying.
Mario, Luigi, and their cousin Joe.
Yeah.
Joe takes one pipe in World 1-1. You don't see him
Yeah.
for the rest of the game.
So, anyway, oh, did I not? I did put that picture up. Did I put that picture up?
Yes.
There's a picture of them digging him out.
See?
Yeah.
They're doing it.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel like, I don't know if I did or didn't.
I'm pretty sure you did, but just in case you didn't, we covered our bases.
So my next article, and this is actually really cool. I really like, it's just like a person taking the extra time to just do something extra nice for like, a kid. So
Yeah.
This airline captain, actually here's this picture, so I remember to put it up.
That guy.
Yeah. This airline captain, it's hard because like you don't like see behind you.
No, it's all right. It's that guy.
This airline captain, I'll start for the third time,
Airline
writes a
captain.
note to the Tooth Fairy for a little girl who lost her tooth on the plane.
How do you lose your tooth on a plane?
Look, Mom, and then, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, about the turbulence that you just ran into. Please be
fasten
careful.
your- I'm turning on the passenger seatbelt sign. We will be descending shortly.
With that jostle, please, be careful opening the overhead compartments because your luggage is definitely not where you just left it. Yeah.
There it is.
And there it is. Okay, so 6-year-old girl who realized after disembarking that she had lost a tooth aboard a plane was desperate to get it back. Seeing this,
Okay, that makes it sound like while they were in the plane, just gone.
okay,
And she didn't realize.
imagine you're 6 years old. You're stuck on an airplane for hours, right?
When you lose your tooth, it kind of bleeds.
Huh. And then, yeah.
And when you lose your tooth, it kind of bleeds. I feel like that'd be a telltale sign that, hey, where's my tooth?
All I know is that I like this girl better than the other kid that just sits there and picks his nose for 2 hours.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, a passing captain with his jacket capped and epaulets stepped in to write a note to the Tooth Fairy explaining the situation. Lena and Laura Larman were at the trail end of a long travel period with a return leg from Norway to Greensville Spartanburg International Airport, South Carolina, interrupted in New York with a 36-hour delay. Finally stepping off the plane must have felt like bliss until, at the baggage claim, when a 6-year-old Lena realized she lost her tooth. It's so sad, you know what I mean? Because
It's so
you're 6,
funny.
you got the tooth. There's like a possibility you're going to actually see the Tooth Fairy if you can stay awake long enough to catch it, right? Okay? And that's all you fantasize about for however long, until she got the tooth. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay? We tried to walk back to the airplane, but security was closed. It was 2 a.m. Mom Laura told Good Morning America, adding that Lena was crying and very emotional. She's 6 years old, and she lost her tooth. Of course she's emotional. You know how much blood, sweat, and tears that took to get that tooth out anyway?
Quite legitimately.
Yes, literally. Yeah, okay. When she realized that without the tooth to place on her pillow, there would be no corresponding visit from the Tooth Fairy. That's when United Airline Captain Josh DeCow, let's just say Josh, seeing Lena's distress, stepped in to help. With his captain's bearings and official uniform, there would be no doubt that a quick written explanation from Captain Josh would be an acceptable receipt for the Tooth Fairy's records.
Could you imagine? You're the Tooth Fairy.
You're the Tooth Fairy.
Going around. Like, all right, this girl lost tooth. You don't know she actually lost the tooth.
She looks shady.
Yeah, she looks a little shady. So you reach under her pillow, you pull a piece of paper, and it just... Tooth Fairy. This is Captain Josh writing you from...
This is the actual page right there. He says, Dear Tooth Fairy, Lena had a tooth fall out on her flight to Greenville. Wrote Josh, who piloted the flight, please take this note in place of her tooth. Captain Josh.
You know, this is like... this is just an IOU.
This is
an IOU.
Yeah.
The Tooth Fairy will be back for one of Josh's teeth at some point.
Yeah.
An IOU.
Yeah. Mother Laura later shared the story on Instagram and Facebook as a break from a world of bad airline stories. United Airlines released a statement on Josh's part declaring we're proud to see moments like this that underscore our commitment to going above and beyond for our customers and creating an airline where good leads the way.
And this is United Airlines?
United Airlines.
Yeah, that makes sense. United Airlines is pretty much the best out there.
Yeah. They're actually pretty good.
Yeah,
so,
no, I like United Airlines.
It's like a nice, warm, fuzzy, you get from...
Yeah.
From...
Yeah, no, I get you.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm having Captain Josh write me a note that I can take to my bank.
Yeah?
That says, I left my wallet with $58,000 on the plane. Please take this note as a deposit that you put back into it.
Take it to what's his name from last week? The billionaire.
Yeah.
Taking it to that guy's estate.
Yeah.
Like, hey, listen.
Here.
Got a note here from Captain Josh. Says you owe me about $3 million.
So, I don't know. It's pretty fun. I even if I wasn't a pilot, I would just pretend to be something, anything. Just, as a little girl, you got to know.
I'm a doctor.
Let's just say she lost something, did something, whatever. I would personally deliver a handwritten note to like Santa Claus on behalf of a 6-year-old.
You're like, all right, I'm gonna do this. You're like, okay, update me on your progress. Like 5 hours later, all right, kid, I'm in the North Pole.
Yeah. Instagramming it, whatever.
There's a lot of snow out here.
Yeah. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually had an article about the poles, which I pulled out of here.
Yeah?
Yeah. So this article, they've been saying now for years, and I'm sure you've heard it, that our North Pole and our South Pole, the magnetics are going to like flip.
Yes.
And it turns out that it's probably not going to happen.
Well, how would the magnetic flip in the first place? I didn't understand the. That's what I didn't understand about that.
All I know is that like it's going to flip, which is going to signal like gale force winds and cats and dogs living together, and giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
$1 million donation for the studio. Let's flip them.
That's right.
Let's flip them.
So anyway, it was
right
an
now.
article, and I was reading it, and I was like, I'd rather do the cat.
Yeah.
I'd rather do the kitten in the vending machine.
Yeah. No, I get you.
So, okay, same, everything's good there.
All right, all set?
So, my next article, is just kind of cool just because you know how I like technology. This little piece of tech here is a dissolvable implant that relieves pain on demand without the use of drugs or opioids, which I'm pretty sure opioids and drugs are the same thing, but that's the way the headline had it.
I don't know, the cyberpunk intro just played in my head, the Get Up Samurai.
I like the idea that there's an implant that can relieve pain, and then I want an implant that just tells me the time and my tasks for the day that I can like blink off. I would like to stay on focus.
Could you imagine just you have to do certain hand movements, so like you're sitting there at your desk, you're like mumbling stuff, just all right, casserole's done,
Yeah.
kids taken to school, and nobody can see your
Yeah.
sink, so they just see you going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny?
Gotta get this.
What's
done,
funny
yep,
is
over there.
there's a guy across the office that's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, he thinks you're wearing that.
And then you get done and you're like, oh.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, so a new study unveiled a small, soft, flexible implant that relieves pain on demand without the use of drugs. The first of its kind device could provide a much needed alternative to opioids and other highly addictive medications.
All right.
The biocompatible, water-soluble device works by softly wrapping around nerves to deliver precise, targeted cooling, which numbs nerves and blocks pain signals to the brain. An external pump enables the user to remotely activate the device and then increase or decrease its intensity. After the device is no longer needed, it naturally absorbs into the body, bypassing the need for a surgical extraction.
Mm-hmm.
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 And then heads-up display, because I want heads-up display.
Okay.
I want a bionic eye with heads-up display.
Well, they've got what, that magnifying glass thing.
Well, I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, at those board meetings, I'm gonna be on YouTube like this.
Oh, 100%. I am just sitting there, I'm sitting there like just resting my hand on my head, and the other eye is just YouTube.
Can you imagine you're watching the game, right? And you're at this board meeting, and they're all like talking, and all of a sudden, like, you got Tourette's. You're like, yes! Oh, yeah. My bad. Anyway.
How do you explain your way out of that? You're just really, yeah!
Yeah. Oh, you're not gonna believe this. Never mind. I just remember the casserole.
Just got a really, really sharp pain in my side.
Yeah. So the Northwestern University-led team of researchers believe the device will be most valuable for patients who undergo routine surgeries or even amputations that commonly require post-operative medications, which is basically everything, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Surgeons could implant the device during the procedure to help manage the patient's post-operative pain. Although opioids are extremely effective, they are also extremely addictive, said Northwestern's John A. Rogers, who led the device's development. As engineers, we are motivated by the idea of treating pain without drugs in ways that can be turned on and off instantly with user control over the intensity of the relief. The technology reported here exploits mechanisms that have some similarities to those that cause your fingers to feel numb when cold. The implant allows that effect to be produced in a programmable way, directly and locally to target nerves, even those deep within the surrounding soft tissues. So, although the new device might sound like science fiction, it leverages a simple, common concept that everyone knows: evaporation. Similar to how evaporating sweat cools the body, the device contains a liquid coolant that is induced to evaporate at a specific location of the sensory nerve. As you cool down a nerve, the signal that travels through the nerve becomes slower and slower, eventually stopping completely, says study co-author Dr. Matthew McEwen.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Dr. Matthew of Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis. We are specifically targeting peripheral nerves which connect your brain and your spinal cord to the rest of your body. These are the nerves that communicate sensory stimuli, including pain, by delivering a cooling effect, just one or two targeted nerves. We can effectively modulate pain signals in one specific region of the body. To induce the cooling effect, the device contains tiny microfluidic channels. One channel contains the liquid coolant. I'm not going to say it. It's a liquid coolant, okay, antifreeze, which is...
it's just antifreeze, that's it.
It's not, but I'm not going to be able to say that. Yeah, anyway, it's already clinically approved as an ultrasound contrast agent for pressurized inhalers. A second channel contains dry nitrogen, an inert gas. When the liquid and gas flow into a shared chamber, the reaction occurs that causes the liquid to promptly evaporate. Simultaneously, a tiny integrated sensor monitors the temperature of the nerve to ensure it is not getting too cold, which could cause tissue damage. Excessive cooling can damage the nerve and the fragile tissues around it, Rogers says. The duration and temperature of the cooling must therefore be controlled precisely By monitoring the temperature at the nerve, the flow rates can be adjusted automatically to set a point that blocks pain in a reversible, safe manner. While other cooling therapies and nerve blockers have been tested experimentally, all have limitations that the new device overcomes. Previously, researchers have explored cytotherapies, for example, which are injected with a needle. Instead of targeting specific nerves, these imprecise approaches cool larger areas of tissue, potentially leading to unwanted effects such as tissue damage and inflammation.
Well, that certainly isn't good.
Yeah. At its widest point, Northwestern's tiny device is just 5 millimeters wide. One end is curled into a cuff that softly wraps around a single nerve, bypassing the need for sutures. By precisely targeting only the affected nerve, the device spares surrounding regions from unnecessary cooling, which could lead to side effects. You don't want to inadvertently cool other nerves or tissues that are unrelated to the nerve transmitting the painful stimuli. We want to block the pain signals, not the nerve that controls motor functions and enable you to use your hand.
Could you imagine? It's like, well, I feel no more pain, but my fingers don't work anymore.
Yeah.
I can move my hand around, but my doc, what's going on here, bud?
Yeah. I'm thinking like it'd be nice to just have them implanted permanently everywhere, and then like, you know, it gets too cold outside and you're like, oh, let's heat this up. And then like it gets too hot out there and you're like, let's cool this down. And then like,
I feel like that is incredibly dangerous.
Oh, for sure.
There's incredibly dangerous properties.
If you short it out and you're trying to heat it up, you get a mild electrical shock, and you're like,
yeah, that's the last thing we want. We want to give our nerves an electric discharge.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the best idea.
Give a shout out to s03e08.
s03e08.
Thank you for joining us. What time are we at? Oh, we got time. Okay.
No, we got plenty of time. Yeah. We're good.
Previous researchers also have explored nerve blockers that use electrical stimulation to silence painful stimuli. These too have limitations. You can't shut down a nerve with electrical stimulation without activating it first. That can cause additional pain or muscle contractions and is not ideal from a patient's perspective. This new technology is a third example of reabsorbable electronic devices from the Rogers lab, including biodegradable implant that speeds nerve regeneration and a transistant pacemaker. All components of the device are biocompatible and naturally absorb into the body's biofluids over the course of days or weeks without needing surgical extraction. The bioreabsorbable devices are completely harmless, similar to absorbable stitches. As the thickness of a sheet of paper, the soft, elastic nerve cooling device is ideal for treating highly sensitive nerves. If you think about soft tissues, fragile nerves, and a body that is in constant motion, any interfacing device must have the ability to flex, bend, twist, and stretch easily and naturally, Rogers said. Furthermore, you would like the device to simply disappear after it is no longer needed to avoid delicate and risky procedure for surgical removal. The study published this week in the journal Science describes the device's design and demonstrates its efficiency in an animal model. So, one to beam up. You know, you're done and it's just like, it just goes away.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Get behind that.
Yeah. Plus, it's technology, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But my next article is, and I love technology, but this next article is just like a mind-blowing, it's mind-blowing. And I don't know why, I just realized now that I didn't. I should have saved the video and played it behind us so you can see how long or like what was involved. But this student,
I was gonna say, if it's like right in your search history on YouTube, you can find it real quick.
Yeah, but then you got like ads and other things. So I like try to download it.
That's why I have an ad blocker.
Yeah. Student makes an incredible origami statue from a single sheet of paper, and there it is.
Where'd they get the green from?
So, if you watch the video, they actually took multiple papers, but like they're like glued together.
Oh, okay. Now
So
I'm
they made
getting
like
it.
one
Yeah.
giant sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a time-lapse video that shows a student creating a 5-fold 9-foot high statue from a single piece of paper.
That's our height.
Yeah. 5'9". Sorry, 5'9".
That's like a little bit under us.
Yeah. Chris Conrad. Whoops. Chris Conrad took around 65 hours to design and then fold the Dragon Tamer figure out of a 19-foot square piece of paper. The 22-year-old works as a researcher for political consultants, but his passion is easy to befold. He spends on average 20 hours a week on his origami projects. Just making the 19-foot square to start with was exhausting, he said the precision folder from New York. That was 6 hours. So it was just 6 hours for them to make the original giant piece of paper.
Yeah, because it's got to be the exact right piece of paper in the right spots.
It's kind of cool because he kind of accordions it up, and then he has to spread it out, and then
Yeah.
he does it the other way to make the notches to bend it and everything. So every part of the project took longer and was more physically taxing than he anticipated. That said, he says, I guess, I think the most challenging part was right at the end because the model was so heavy, I had to stand it up using a lamp. The skills Chris demonstrated in making the piece he picked up over the last few years. I've been doing origami since I was in middle school, so around 12 years, which may seem like a while, but I only started folding super complex origami in May of 2020, and only started designing my own models in December of 2020. He says he is happy with his current job in research, but definitely wants to make moves towards doing art full-time. I'm hoping to spend a lot more time in the remainder of 2020 refining my skills as a designer and start submitting work to galleries in the next year. I think there's something intensely satisfying about how tactile origami is. Everything is done with your hands. You have a physical finished product to point to and think to yourself, I made that.
That's fair.
Yeah. So it's a pretty cool, it just looks pretty cool, the video.
It certainly does look neat.
Let's just go to, because it's not going to be on this search history, but YouTube.
I don't even know. Origami Dragon Tamer?
There we go. This is like, okay.
So the time lapse is still 11 minutes.
No, I thought I saw one that was like 1.
Well, I mean, that's one we just passed over.
This one was 1, but that's not the one I saw, I don't think.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. So.
Okay, hold on a second. Oh yeah, this is it. This is it. Okay.
Okay.
So
Just drag and drop him over.
let's just. Oh, we have to be in front of this, right?
Uh,
We have to be in front of it. I can't let it go because I'll get busted for playing something.
That's fair. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
So you can see them fold it all out, roll it all up,
because they got to make sure it can bend easily.
Yeah. slides it back and forth and back and forth, and so there's where he tied in the extra color.
Yeah. It's got the slight design, the slight
Yeah.
layout of a
And
person
he's just
now.
folding. All the little intricate pieces. I mean, the scales and...
Oh, you can see the light in his window actively getting dimmer.
yeah. I see glue involved. I guess that's to keep it from...
Yeah, probably to hold all the paper together.
But to be like, I'm going to design this thing, and I'm going to make it...
That's it.
Yeah.
It's on display.
Yeah.
You know what? In an art gallery? Actually, probably in an art gallery.
Yeah. So, I'm
Fair.
actually thinking. I mean, I can do the ninja star. I can take a dollar bill and do the bow tie, or the ring. The
I can
football.
make origami Yoda.
The football. That's it. That's it.
That's all I
That's
got
all I
for
got.
you.
That's all I got.
Make origami Star Wars characters. That's it.
You got 3 of those books, right?
I do. I have 3 of them, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
all come with instructions on how to make them and a page that you can tear out to make the character.
So what you need to do is make a much larger page, right? And go out to your driveway and make a life-size Yoda out of a single piece of paper.
It's actually not. It's like 5 folds to make it.
Oh, well, that wouldn't be
It's-
too bad.
No, but the problem is getting those 5 folds. 1, stay together, and 2, where do you put it?
Okay, I got something that I had a giant portrait printed out for a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, afterwards, I had this giant, huge picture. What do you do with that, right?
What do you do with it?
I gave it away to somebody. It's as big as my wall. I couldn't hang it up
He's
there.
like, here, $5.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have the picture of this person. Who
It's just like, no, here, you keep it. No, you keep it. No, you keep it. Anyway, so...
What do you do with that?
Yeah. Thanks again, Osupa, Lizzie Beth, Kitten Rescue, Lurks, Soy Clubberville, Super Sav. Am I missing anybody? Some Sav. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for joining us for the show. If you do see any good stories or whatever, please send us a Discord. Join our Discord.
Hey,
Send
get
us a
in the
message.
Discord,
Yeah.
man. Give us a ring.
And we'll see you next Tuesday, somewhere close to the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Roughly, right?
yeah, you guys have, find a bunch of good news in your life, and just enjoy it. I heard a great, I don't know, quote. I don't know if it's a quote or whatever.
Quote.
A saying. It's a
Okay.
good saying. It says, "You only die once, but you live every single day."
That is fair.
Yeah. So, because everybody's like, "Oh, you only live once. Go out and make the most of it." No, you don't live once. You live like every single day. You only die once. So, go out, live life, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great one.
Yep.
Yeah.